everyone, it's Natalie here, and today I am filming a video on how to start a YouTube channel and how to start a successful YouTube channel. And I have done videos like this in the past, but I don't know, I feel like I want to revamp my tips, and even if some of the tips are the same, I feel like I have a new audience, and this is something that if you are interested in starting a YouTube channel, it's definitely good to know. So like I always do, I am reading off of a notebook for my tips and tricks on how to start a successful YouTube channel. I always have to have like bullet points for you guys because it just organizes my thoughts, and I have a feeling that this video is going to be a long one because there are a lot of topics to cover, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I also feel like this video is coming at a good time because it's about to be the new year, and a lot of people might have New Year's resolutions to start something like a blog, a YouTube, a podcast, something like that. So if you guys are one of those people, comment down below. If you guys have a YouTube channel, don't have one, just watching this because you're curious, let me know why you guys are watching this and like how you came across this video. So the first one, before you start, you should figure out what you want to start. So what type of videos do you want to film? I feel like that is one of the things that a lot of people just kind of are like, I want to start a YouTube channel, but then they don't know the content that they are going to be filming. So the best way that I think that you should figure out what you want to film is asking yourself, what do you watch and what do you enjoy watching? If for the most part you enjoy watching vlogs, like the type of content that I create is mainly vlogs, and I'll do the occasional sit down video like this, but for the most part it's just like lifestyle, like I'm showing you guys my life. If that is the type of video that you like to watch, then start with that. I think a lot of people think that, oh my gosh, I don't want to start with a vlog because who cares, like you don't even know me yet, like why would you want to watch my life? But the thing is, a lot of creators that do vlogs think the exact same thing, or we might think like, oh, our lives are so boring, like why does anyone want to watch us? Like, trust me, I feel the exact same way. I'm vlogging actually today as I'm filming this, and I am not even left my apartment today, and I'm like, who wants to see this? But those videos always do pretty well, and I feel like it's not about what you're doing in your videos, it's more about you as a person, and people want to be like your friend when they're watching your videos, if that makes sense. So I feel like people want to see people that are similar to them, and if you're a college student, if you're working, if you are just like a normal typical girl or guy, like whatever that is, there's someone probably that looks like you that is searching for someone relatable to watch and subscribe to. So I think that finding out what you like watching and then filming that is a great way to start. You guys can also start with any other like popular trending videos out there, but don't ever feel afraid to just like start something that you like watching and being afraid that like, oh well, no one cares about me yet, so who cares? Like, I think your first video isn't the most important thing. It's just making sure that you love doing, that you are producing content that you love. Also, this is your YouTube channel, so you literally can do whatever you want with it. If all of a sudden you want to stop doing vlogs and start doing random videos, you can do a whole rebranding and completely change it. This is your thing. It's no one else's. It's not another company's. It's yours. So don't feel like you're stuck doing one certain thing. You might lose a few people if you do decide to like switch and do something else, but don't feel stuck, which I think should be encouraging and should be a lot like make you feel like you have a lot less pressure to just like start filming that content. And the second one, once you figured out what videos you want to film, or you could think of it this as the first thing, is just to start. So this one might seem obvious, but just literally start filming and uploading. I think the number one thing people don't start YouTube channels for is out of fear of, oh my gosh, what if no one subscribes to me? What if no one's watching this video? I mean, I'm just scared of failing. I'm embarrassed. What are people gonna think? Like, I feel like it's very nerve-wracking to be like, hey guys, I started a YouTube channel, watch along, and like people from your high school or people from your college start watching that know you in real life, and it's like, what is this girl doing? Why is she filming her life on the internet? Like, it's kind of weird. So I feel like a lot of people think that way. It's like they're scared of what other people are going to think of them, or they're just scared of like not being successful. Or another big thing is it's not perfect. Like, they filmed a video, they edited it, but it's not perfect. It doesn't look like their favorite YouTubers. And the thing is, you cannot compare yourself, you cannot compare your first video to someone's 100th video. Everyone started somewhere. Everyone started with the worst quality camera. Everyone started with horrible editing, or maybe not everyone, but like 99% of people did. Please go back and watch my old videos. They are absolute garbage. And if you go and watch all of your favorite creators' old videos, I guarantee they are not as good of quality as they are now. I do think that having that fear of like not being perfect or fear of like what people are going to think is something that holds so many people back. And also, just one thing going into 2020, stop caring about what people think about you, because it's just not worth it to care what others think. I mean, if someone else is caring so much about your life, doesn't that show more on them? I don't know. I think that I came into that realization once I got into college. I was like, you know what? I do not care what people think. People in your hometown are making fun of you. If people don't support you, that's not on you, that is on them, and they can deal with those issues separately. I would never ever ever think of, oh my gosh, look at what this other person in my life that I haven't spoken to in 5 years is doing, let me make fun of them for it. No, because I have my own things I'm worrying about and I don't care about them. Like, if that's what makes them happy, amazing, I'm happy for them. But why would I spend my time and my energy focusing on what someone else is doing with their life if it doesn't affect me at all? So at the end of the day, I think that's how you have to think about it, that even if people do make fun of you and even if people do like make comments and jokes, it doesn't matter, because if this makes you happy, then you should do it. And if this is something you want to do, you don't want to regret it and not do it just because you were scared. So yeah, just start. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to worry about what people think. The next one is consistency. So this is a huge one. You have to be consistent. You have to be posting on YouTube every single week, once a week minimum. I mean, I'm talking about once a week minimum. The YouTube algorithm actually promotes videos that are consistent. So same time every single week, Tuesdays at 3 o'clock every single week. It's going to promote your videos more than someone that posts like totally randomly, like once every 3 weeks or something like that, because it knows that you are consistent. I think not only should you just be consistent in general, because you're going to be producing more content that people are going to be able to see, but also for the algorithm, it's very important to be consistent. And also think about it as a subscriber point of view. You yourself probably watch YouTube, that's probably why you started. Would you subscribe to someone that posts like once every month? I feel like no one would actively subscribe to someone knowing that they only post once a month, because what's the point? You're gonna subscribe and they're not even gonna be there. They're not gonna be in your subscriptions. Like, there's no point in getting attached to them because you're never going to see them. So I think that as a subscriber standpoint, you have to understand that they are going to want to subscribe to people that they know are consistently going to be there for them when they want new content. I like posting 2 or 3 times a week, so that is kind of like the way I like to post, but some people, once a week minimum, I think is fine. I get people have busy schedules and busy lives. If you can post more than once a week, awesome. But I say 1 to 2 times a week is best, and being consistent. Also, you are not going to see results in a week. You're not going to gain so many subscribers in 1 week. Like, you're probably not even going to gain 100 subscribers in a week. Getting that first 100 is so hard, and then getting that first 1,000 is really hard, and then that 10,000 is really hard. I feel like the bigger you get, it's easier to get more subscribers, but when you're just starting out, it's really hard to get those initial ones. So I think that knowing that it's not going to take you a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, it might take you longer than that to start building an audience, is fine. Nothing happens overnight, and your consistency does not mean being consistent for a month and seeing what happens. Be consistent for 6 months and see what happens. And that's the thing, YouTube is not like a get rich quick thing, so if you're gonna want 1 million subscribers right away, sorry, it's not gonna happen, and this video is not gonna teach you how to do that. But being consistent is definitely going to help in the long term of your YouTube career. The next thing is to be genuine. So this one, I feel like I don't even want to include this as a tip, because it's something that like, if you're forcing yourself to be genuine, are you really genuine? But at the end of the day, being genuine is the #1 thing to get your subscribers to really trust you and to build an engaged audience. And this isn't like a tactic that you should like play just to get subscribers. I feel like you should naturally just want to be a genuine, real human being. But I guess what I'm talking about is, it's easy to see your favorite YouTubers and think to yourself, I want to be like them. Like, those types of videos are the videos that I want to make, and all of a sudden you make basically a replica of their YouTube, or you start becoming like that person. The best example I could give of this is Emma Chamberlain. Emma Chamberlain, nice girl, really like her videos. I personally watched a few of her videos and I actually really like them. I think she's super sweet and cool, genuine. But have you noticed how literally every like 17 to 19-year-old girl is now like a replica of Emma Chamberlain? At least in the past they were. I'm not sure if that's still the trend now, but in the past they were all little mini Emma Chamberlains. After she blew up, everyone started changing the editing of their video, the thumbnails, the type of videos they posted, the way they talked, the way they said words, the vocabulary they used. Like, people started becoming Emma Chamberlain. And then everyone started getting annoyed and being like, I hate this. Like, there's too many of Emma Chamberlains everywhere. And I honestly feel bad for Emma, because then it kind of like hurts her brand, because she was the first one to do it, and that's herself, like that's genuinely how she is in person, and now all of these people are like copying her. So then it's even annoying to like watch her videos because you see so many of them all over the internet. Does that make sense? So I think that being yourself is so crucial and important. You don't want to be a replica of someone else. There's already an Emma Chamberlain out there. We don't need 30 million of them. This is your brand, and you want people to subscribe because of you, not because of someone that you're not, or someone that they think you are, that really you're just like acting. So being yourself is super important. And also, I think the notion of being perfect and only showing the good parts of your life on camera are way in the past. We are now at this point where YouTube is a place where you can go and kind of create friendships on here. Even if I haven't met you guys in person, like I genuinely view you guys as my friends. Like we DM each other, we respond to each other's comments. Like I feel like I know your lives, honestly, just as much as you know mine. And so having that like genuine connection with people, it's because I don't shy away like the bad parts of my life, or I don't only show like the most perfect, beautiful parts of your life. I'm not saying you need to share everything. I think there's plenty that you need to keep private just for your own sanity and to keep others' opinions out of your life. But I think being honest with your subscribers and being honest with yourself, honestly, and being open on camera is something that people appreciate, and it's not something that you should like try to hide away on purpose. So don't pretend like you're like this super amazing happy person that has no issues in the world because you think that that's what people want to see, because in reality people want to see when you're stressed, people want to see when you're overworked, people want to see when you're worried, you know. Like I mean, don't feel pressured that you have to share that, but don't shy away from it because you're scared of what people are going to think. Because I have found such relief when I like express myself to my viewers, because I then realize that I'm not alone and that most of them are feeling the exact same way, and we become so much closer. So don't be scared to like expose that part of your life and open yourself up to your subscribers. Just because you are on the internet doesn't mean that they don't care about you and that they're not like actual friends. So I do think that that's really important, is to not only show like the perfect parts of your life, but being genuine and real also includes showing the parts that might be not the most glamorous, you know. The next thing is SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization. You need to keep in mind for SEO, because you can have the most perfect video in the world, but if you are not like getting your video out to people and people are not physically like seeing your video, then it doesn't matter. Like you just have the perfect video that's hidden underneath a blanket in the corner. So you want YouTube to promote your videos. On my website, I do have a free checklist. It's totally free. You guys can download it, and it is a free YouTube SEO checklist. Before you upload your video, go to that checklist and make sure that you do everything that I say on that SEO checklist so that you guys have the best chance of being promoted and YouTube like pushing your video and sending it out to people. So I would do that. I don't want to run over it in this video because it's just gonna take up too much time for something that I have already put time into. So you might as well just go check it out over there. But just know that it is very important. So this means like your tags, your titles, your keywords, your description, things like that are all very important, and they shouldn't be ignored. Like the filming and editing is one part of it, but now you have to like get it out to the masses. The next thing is camera equipment. I feel like a lot of people ask me all the time about the camera I use. Very basic Canon G7X Mark II. That's the one I use. Literally every YouTuber uses it. That's the one I'm using right now. I like how now my YouTube camera, or my YouTube vlog camera, and also like my main channel camera have essentially become the same thing. It's really small, it's portable, it's nice, and they also just came out with a Mark III, and I have actually been hearing that the Mark III has worse autofocus and is not the best, so the Mark II is better, which is good news because then you can buy the Mark II at a cheaper rate. And let's have the ambulances go by before I continue talking. But yeah, you can now buy the Mark II for cheaper because the Mark III is out and it's not even as good. So another thing is, don't feel pressure to buy a Canon G7X Mark II. I'm pretty sure it's still like $500. So it's not cheap whatsoever, but it is cheaper than like when I bought it, which was brand new. Not feeling pressure with that. You can use your iPhone. First of all, the iPhone's new camera, if you guys have like the XS Max or like the iPhone 11, you don't even need a camera. That thing is amazing. Like, it is such an amazing camera. You guys can just use that, honestly. So don't feel pressure that you have to buy one. And I would actually recommend you guys using cameras that you already have for your first few videos, because you don't want to make an investment and then like realize that you don't even like doing YouTube, and then you just now have like an expensive camera. Another thing is you can rent cameras from like a local library. I know at my school, when I was in college at NC State, we were able to rent like Canon cameras, like really nice DSLRs. So you might have that option at school if you look into it. Maybe, I don't think public libraries have that option, but I'm not sure. And then also you can just buy a used camera online too. If you do want like a good, like a better camera, then you can buy a used one online. I also, in the beginning, recommend using iMovie for your editing. I do not know what the Windows alternative is. I think it's Windows Media Player, but I actually don't know. But iMovie, for all you Apple users, is amazing. Don't bite the bullet and spend $300 on Final Cut Pro until you have used iMovie. iMovie is so simple. It's a nice transition to Final Cut Pro, and it has everything that you need. You don't need Final Cut Pro. I got Final Cut Pro 3 years into having my YouTube channel, so you definitely do not need it. I mean, I like it better than iMovie, but it's only because I used iMovie for so long that I feel like I graduated from it. So if you guys want, you can use that. And another option is Adobe Premiere. I don't touch Adobe Premiere. I've never used it, but I do know a lot of people do like it. And if you already have like the Adobe Creative Cloud, Premiere is already on there, and you can do even more than Final Cut Pro with Premiere. So if you want to just like start off on that, go ahead. But I think iMovie is a great free way to start editing your videos. Now for thumbnails. Okay, you guys, thumbnails are the most important thing. I look at a thumbnail before I read the title literally 10 times out of 10. I don't really read the title of videos that often anymore. I really just like look at the thumbnail and click on it. Thumbnails are so important, and for some reason so many people have not the best thumbnails, and I think it's pretty simple of how to have a good thumbnail. Look at your favorite creators and try to just mimic what they're doing. Don't copy them. Like I said, be yourself. Don't be like the million Emma Chamberlains out there anymore. Be yourself, but I think you can definitely get inspiration from other people's thumbnails and see what is performing well and what is doing well. So I personally use Photoshop to do my thumbnails. I know a lot of people use Canva. Canva is an amazing free way to edit thumbnails. It's essentially like a Photoshop for dummies. It's so much easier to use than Photoshop, and if you're not doing all of this like crazy Photoshop things, like Canva is just as fine. Like, but literally all I do on Photoshop is add text and like put them side by side. So I don't even need to use Photoshop. I just have Photoshop because I have Adobe Creative Cloud, so that's why I use it. But you definitely don't need it. So I would recommend using Photoshop. PicMonkey is another one, but it's not free anymore. Canva, which is a free alternative. I would use any of those and make your thumbnail. So use a nice bold font. Make sure it's easy to read. Another thing is most users on YouTube are now on mobile, so you need to make sure that your thumbnails are easy to read when it's like smaller and when it's on an iPhone or an Android or a smaller device. So that's the thing. Keeping all of those things in mind, having them be bold, having them be colorful, having them be like very like stand out, like I want to click on this thumbnail, I think is really important. And also having a brand for yourself. Don't make every thumbnail super different and like way out there, because then no one's gonna know it's your video. I feel like all my thumbnails, they're not the same, but they have a very relatively like same theme. Like if you go to all my videos, all my thumbnails look nice next to each other. They're all very cohesive, and I feel like when you see a thumbnail, it looks like, oh, that's Natalie's video. Like you can tell that it's mine because they all kind of look relatively similar. So trying to find that theme and that brand for you, I think is really important. And then another thing is always make sure to have your face in it. Human faces actually perform, I'm pretty sure, something like 80% better or something like that than thumbnails like without a face in it. So always make sure to have like yourself in the video, because people want to see you. I've seen people that have like skincare routines and they don't show like themselves in the video, which I think is kind of a disservice, because a skincare routine has to do with you, you know, your skin, things like that. But just in general, always make sure to show yourself in your videos, because you could even do like New York City week in my life, and if all you're showing is the New York City skyline, which is beautiful by the way, it's probably not going to perform as well because people don't know who you are, and people are just gonna be like, who is this? Like, I don't even know if I want to watch this. And I know people can't tell exactly who you are just by like a quick picture of you, but by like statistically they do perform better. So always making sure that you have your face in your thumbnail, I think, is very important. And now for music, a lot of people ask me about music and how to find copyright-free music, because you guys know YouTube has been cracking down on the copyright strikes, and I definitely know I got hit hard by that one. It used to be that you could include up to 30 seconds of a copyrighted song and YouTube wouldn't flag it, but now they can manually copyright stuff. So even if like YouTube doesn't pick up on the song, the people from like whatever record company or whoever owns that music can go and manually find your video and copyright it, and then from then on they'll go to all your videos and copyright basically like all your videos that have music in it. So it is definitely important to not use copyright music on your videos, even if you are not a partner yet and you're not getting paid on YouTube yet. If your video all of a sudden like goes viral, that would suck if you never have the chance to like get paid on that video just because you included a song. So what I actually use is called Thematic. I'm gonna have it linked down below. It is a website that you can find so many copyright-free songs, and all you have to do is like copy a link and put it in your description. It's totally free. You sign up actually with your Google account, so you sign up like with your YouTube channel, and then you just link it in the description, and then you are fine, and YouTube will not copyright claim your song, which is awesome because there's so many services like that. Like I used to use MusicBed. MusicBed though costs like $10 a month or something like that, or I know it costs money, and this one is totally free, so I think it's awesome to use, and it comes with like amazing music. Like there's so much music on there. You can filter it. Like honestly, the songs are bops. Like I freaking love the music on there. But that is something that I just recently discovered, so you guys can check it out. And I love like the interface of the website, which is something weird to say, like, oh, I love the interface, but yeah, I don't know, I'm weird. Anyways, the next one people ask about is how to start getting paid, and I'm just gonna start it off here. If you started a YouTube because you wanted to make money, I'm sorry, but like, don't quit your day job. It is going to take a lot of time for you to start getting paid on YouTube. First of all, you need to be a partner, which means you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, which is not that easy to get in the beginning when you are first starting. And also, even when you do become a partner, your paychecks are going to be like $5 a month. Like they're not going to be that much. So don't put all your eggs in that basket and like quit your job to become a YouTuber and like don't even have a video out yet, because it's just unrealistic and it's not a get rich quick scheme. So for AdSense, I have an entire video saying how much I got paid on AdSense for this year. It's really interesting, not clickbait at all. I give you real numbers of how much I have gotten paid on AdSense, like literally my whole entire career on YouTube. So I will have that link down below, because I also explain how to increase your AdSense and how to get paid more on YouTube. So you guys can click on that to see about AdSense, because that video is another like 20-minute long one, and I'm not going to explain all that in this one. So I'm going to do another one of those videos though, saying how much I got paid this year on AdSense. I think it will be really, really interesting in the end of the year. And then the last tip that I have is just to cross promote. So if you do start a YouTube channel, start cross promoting on your Instagram, on your Twitter, whatever other social media networks you use, cross promoting on there, because it's just important that if someone comes from Instagram and like doesn't know you and then finds out you have a YouTube channel, that can like help you out there. And it's nice to have like different platforms where people can see more of your life, because YouTube is a very like interactive platform where it's very much like we are friends. Like I can't stress enough how, like I know I've said that so many times, I can't stress that enough. Like I don't view my subscribers just as people who watch my videos and follow me. When I meet you guys in person, I genuinely already am like, awesome, like we're friends. So I think that having like different multiple platforms where your friends can follow you is really important, and just cross promoting on there, so that if someone's not on YouTube but then they see your story that you posted, you might gain an audience from there. And you never know, if your Instagram blows up, then hey, they can go straight to your YouTube, and vice versa. But I do think it's important to like diversify your platforms. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking a million miles a minute, if that's a thing. I'm talking so fast because I wanted to get all of this information in here before this video was like an hour long. I feel like I should make a podcast episode on this, but I feel like I covered, for the most part, everything that you guys need to know on this video. If there is anything else that I missed, please comment it down below and I will check it out. I also have a blog post which covers everything I've covered on here, but if you guys want it in blog formats, then you guys can check it out on my website. And also, if you guys are starting a YouTube channel, if you guys have a YouTube channel and you're kind of feeling stuck and don't know where to go, I do offer personal branding consultations. You guys can book that at nataliebarbu.com. Of course, everything will be linked down below, but I would love to meet with you guys. I have helped a lot of people so far, and it's just been so much fun getting to know you guys. If you guys would like to book a consultation, then check out my website and book it on there. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.